So, hello everyone, I hope you're all well seen. I'll just quickly present the team before we start. So we have Cyril Valenius, Alexandre Pernet, Mia Salvemini, and myself, Kevin Beckers. Before we start, just to set up the mood, I have a quick question for you. What is sustainability for you? Anything that comes up in mind? No? No?
Preserve resources.
Preserve resources, yeah.
Good management.
Good management, yeah, that's part of it. No answer. No way? Okay. Well, thanks for the short answers. We'll keep that in mind, the thing we have said. And we'll guide you through now. I will give the word to Mia that will guide you through to our presentation and explain us GSA Europe.
Good afternoon. Green Sports Alliance was founded 5 years ago in the United States as a means of empowering and energizing the sustainability movement throughout North America. It was founded so that teams, leagues, venues, partners, fans could be educated and taught how to implement sustainable practices within the sports arena. So when Green Sports Alliance initially began in March of 2011, there were only 6 teams, 6 members as part of it. Now, we have grown to over 300 members in 5 years, including 20 sports represented and 14 countries represented. So, moving forward, Green Sports Alliance in the United States is a major factor in all major professional leagues in the United States. They work advising different teams, different leagues, different venues on how to implement these strategies and how to make a better future. And so far, all these leagues, teams, venues, partners have saved a lot of money in doing so. So they continue working and they move forward to the big stage, the championship events. This is where they truly shine, and a lot of people are starting to see the effects of the green sports movement within all the championship events. All the major leagues, again, are represented through this. Now, Green Sports Alliance, again, it's huge. In our most recent NBA championship final, the Cleveland Cavaliers versus my Golden State Warriors, you saw green practices throughout the various stadiums, and the NBA is a huge, huge partner within the green sports movement, something that is trying to be brought now over to Europe. Now, what is sustainability? Most people know what sustainability is. We got a little show of answers with Kevin's question. But sustainability has been defined by a Canadian activist named David Chernishenko as a triathlon. It's made up of 3 parts: the social, the economic, and the environmental. Now, the reason he compares it to a triathlon is because without one, the other 2 don't work. So you have to have all 3 functioning parts in order to make sustainability work. So with that, I am going to show you a short video, which includes several commissioners from major sports leagues in the United States, and they will be discussing the power of sustainability and the power of sport combined together.
So now that you have a better idea of what is being done in the US and all the impact it had and the enthusiasm through all the major leagues and major sports in the US, we're going to take you through our projects, GSA Europe. So our team were there to support the establishment of GSA Europe by taking as a model GSA in the US, but adapting it to Europe and its requirements. In order to do so, we collaborated with our client, Burson Marsteller. Burson Marsteller is a PR and communication company based in Brussels. We would like to take this opportunity first to thank them for their collaboration, their kindness, and their support during the whole project, and especially Mr. Alexander Bielfeldt, who, well, without who we wouldn't be here today presenting to you. Burson Marsteller created a strategic development plan when they took the lead with this project. This plan turns around the 6 R pillars. We provided overall support throughout these 6 pillars. But together with our client, we decided on 5 specific tasks that we would work on for our project. These tasks are providing a suggestion of a business plan, a suggestion of a location for the establishment of GSA Europe, the suggestion of a launch event, as well as suggestions as per the governance and other administrative tasks. But before we go through our deliverables, let me tell you why GSA Europe can make a difference. GSA Europe advises and works with stakeholders, such as international federations, teams, venues, clubs, athletes, sponsors, and many others. They work together to exploit the benefits of incorporating sustainability into the day-to-day operations. But how will we succeed? Well, by inspiring stakeholders, their partners, fans, to embrace new, more sustainable practices. It is by getting together that we will make a difference. But I can hear your question coming. So, Alexandre, what does a team, a club, a venue, a city has to win by becoming a member of GSA Europe? Well, I have a very simple answer for you. We can help you save money. Doesn't everybody like to save money? I think you all do. Let me give you just a simple example. In the United States, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, in 2012, they decided to change 178 urinals to water-less urinals. Could somebody here just have a guess? How much running water do you think they saved in just one season?
1 million?
1 million? No? Well, it's 26 million liters of water in one season. That equals to $30,000 in just one season. Now, what else? Well, by embracing this sustainable move, you will set an example to your members, to your fans, to everybody. You will act as a leader in your brand, your brand will act as a leader on another level. You will be able to secure new sponsors, new partners, and maybe even new events. Because let's face it, in the future, without a sustainable practice, you will not get new events to organize. A few examples, actually as a reminder. The IOC's Agenda 2020 is around 3 themes: credibility, youth, and sustainability. Sustainability is, in Agenda 2020, organizing more compact Olympic Games, giving the opportunity to organize events in different cities than the main one. And finally, assuring long-term sustainable legacy. If we take a look at this quote from Mr. Jacques Lambert at Euro 2016, environmental responsibility, an integral part of organizing any major sporting event, an operational requirement. I think that kind of follow-ups on the IOC's Agenda 2020 as well. 2 more examples. We'll stay with UEFA. In 2010, UEFA built a new building in Nyon. That building, and let's keep in mind that UEFA is one of the top organizations in the world and has to act as an example to their members, to the teams, to the fans. That building was built to satisfy Minergie and Eco-Minergie norms, which mean using low energy and ecological constructions. Little example, the building is built in winter for it to use the energy on the outside building received by the sun to heat the whole building up. Second example, UEFA still, Euro 2016. 4 new stadiums were built. 3 of them are high-level on the renewable energy. We'll take Nice as an example. They have 4,000 solar panels on the roof. They produce 3 times the amount of electricity they actually need. They have pools around the stadium which collect rainwater, water that is then used to water the fields, used to in the fire security systems, and as well in the toilets, simply. Now, back to our deliverables. Just as a reminder, these were the tasks we worked on. In order to achieve the work we did, and that you found in our reports, we went through numerous brainstorming as a team, which led to individual team researches, whether on internet, books, specific literature on sustainability or sport that was given to us by our clients. We had regular meetings with our clients as well. And this led to the following. Our client wanted us to provide suggestions to complete the already existing business plan. This was done and is available to you in our report. Location, probably the largest amount of work we had to do. We wanted to know which city was the best suited to host GSA Europe. In order to do so, we had 3 cities. First of all, Lausanne, Olympic capital. Paris, a major capital in Europe. And Brussels, European capital. To evaluate the pros and cons of each city, we went through 8 criteria that we selected carefully to really understand what we could get from these cities for GSA Europe. We then weighted all cities from 1 to 4, 4 being the most important criteria first. And then went through all different criteria, graded them from 1 to 10 as per the information we found during our research. And we got this. We'll just go through 3 of them, the most important ones. First of all, if we look at the top one, timing and registration, what did we want? We wanted to know which one was the cheapest, the quickest, and the easiest to do. If you look at Brussels, fairly easy, you can do it online. You have to register though officially. Lausanne, 1, 2, 3. By the end of our presentation, you could be an association. Easy, no? And no need to pay. Paris, slightly more complicated, more paperwork, but we will not get into that now. Proximity to key actors. You can see a very big difference in the grades between Lausanne and the other 2. To make it short, 50 plus international federations, organizing the Lausanne Youth Olympic Games in 2020, Universiade in Lucerne 2021, IOC, AISTS, of course, Atletissima, and so on. If you go just 60 kilometers away, you have Geneva and all the non-governmental organizations as well. Brussels, European capital, yes. You have Bursen-Marsteller, yes. You have the House of European Sport, yes. But that's about it. Paris, major city as well in terms of sport events. Football, bid for Paris 2024. You have the Tour de France, you have Roland Garros, but no international federations there.
And you're François Hollande.
Finally, potential for funding. That's where Lausanne is not as good as the others. And the reason is very simple. Lausanne is in Switzerland. Switzerland is not in the EU, and therefore does not benefit from EU project fundings. You saw it already, but our recommendation goes to Lausanne. The announcement of the final location of GSA Europe will be announced shortly. Not today, but in the weeks to come. Task number 3, the launch. What we wanted to know is what kind of event and how we wanted to launch GSA Europe. In order to do that, we brought our suggestions to our client based on timing, costs, and the interest we would have in the event, as well as different other solutions, such as organizing an event ourselves. As for the location, this information will be announced in the weeks or months to come. Now, back to Mia with
Thank you,
the
Alex.
junior. Thank you.
The junior board is a recommendation that we have proposed to GSA Europe. It is something that we think would be very beneficial for GSA in reaching a younger audience. Now, the junior board would comprise of 20-something to 30-something-year-olds who are young professionals working in various fields. We are basing this off several models, one of which is from Lausanne 2020. They have one already in existence, and they actually just hired a 31-year-old woman, Danka Berdakova, to be the chair of one of their committees. So we're very excited to see that more young people within kind of our age range are getting involved, getting more active. That's to all my classmates out there. Anyway, so the junior board, it will be comprised of all these people. It's a great way to incorporate new technology, new ideas, and everything else. We really want to get people involved, so we're recommending this junior board. Now, other administrative tasks, we have been involved in just some minor stuff that's on the side, but we find it important, like blocking domain names, getting Facebook, Instagram accounts. These are important just for outreach purposes. So we have done those. And now the last part, the roadmap for the future. Most important, how are we going forward? There are 3 meetings coming up. First one is in October, and that one is to bring new members, potential new members, forward. So you will see them right here. These are some of those who are interested in joining GSA Europe. They're going to come and they're going to learn more about it. Then, in November, we have a discussion about the location. So they can talk to Alex all about that if they want, but discussions about where and when to place GSA Europe will be discussed then. And then we move forward to February of 2017, in which all of these potential members will come around, talk about these decisions and other important decisions for the future. And by March of 2017, we are hoping to have a beautiful decision as to where and when all of this will happen, including the launch, the membership, the governance structure, and so on. So with that, I will hand it over to Siri.
So that concludes our presentation. We're happy to answer any questions you might have.